What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. We approach 12:30 in the afternoon. Just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, the Dow Jones is up 350 points. Mullen is choking last trade 355. What David must do right now, and you've never heard me say this one before, were you wrong in selling the pump in MCOM over 4 cents? My answer might surprise you. All that and more coming up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday to you. By the way, Bitcoin at 28 and change. That is a risk-on sign. Interest rates are down. The stock market has bottomed, but you might be sitting there going, well, how come MULN keeps going lower? How come some of the stocks I told you to get out of, OMG, TTOO, told you to sell it at 70, then again at 46, one last time at 27. Where's it now, right? 6.5. In fact, if you look at the last 10-0 trades inside of the Discord, and you're going to find out right fucking now why this is a must-watch video. We were 10-0 in the first 3.5 weeks inside of the Discord. Of those 10 stocks where we made almost 1,000%, yeah, you heard that right, 10x on your money in 10 stocks, the average drop after I said get the F out, 68%. So let's get something straight right now. This guy right here, over the last 30 years, half of it as a stockbroker from 1993 to 2007. I've been right about 70% of the time. Over the last 18 months since I've shared every fucking trade, over 200, including 160 winners, 16 losses for 13 times on your fucking money. And that's true. It's closer to 80%. And in the last 7 months, it's 42 and 3. Which according to my third grade math is over 90% win rate. So I don't give a shit if you like me or not, if you think I'm a prick or not. What I want is your respect, because I know what the fuck I'm doing. And when you consider it's $50 a month for a Discord, and I just got off the phone with a great guy. I appreciate your support, my friend, who can't understand how is it only $60 to advertise your business at trysmallbiz.com and get inside of the Discord for $2 a fucking day. If you guys know anything about advertising a small business or a medium business or a large business, $2 a day to promote yourself with my help and get inside a Discord where some people have made $100,000 in the first month is absolutely nothing at all. Let's start off with Mullen, and I will cover 2 or 3 of the other stocks that we have, including one that had earnings today, so don't go anywhere. David is losing shareholder confidence if he hasn't already. Simple as that. You got the bots leaning on it. You come out with production news. It's fantastic. If you do the math on the 2024 projections of almost 6,800 vehicles, folks, that's $300 million of revenue. You're talking about a company that's going to go from, I don't know, 2 or 3 million currently booked to 300 million if they hit their targets. And if you listen to Brad in one of his most recent videos from Randy Marion, he said it could be 10,000 to even as high as 20,000. I'm not telling you that's going to be the case, but if the demand comes in higher than what they're projecting, yes, you're talking about $400 or $500 million worth of revenue at an average price of 45, 50 grand per vehicle. So the obvious question is then why in the hell is the stock currently trading at 35 cents and change? Answer: lack of confidence in the CEO of this fucking company. And as I've said over the course of the last 10 or 15 videos, when you buy $5.4 million worth of stock, David, at 96 cents, and you buy absolutely nothing all the way down to 35 cents and change, what do you think you're telling your shareholders? Answer: we don't believe in the fucking price of the stock. We think it's going lower. Maybe it's going to go back to a dime or even less. And then maybe we'll buy it back. So David, I want to suggest you do something that I've never said before, and that is the following. For some reason you refuse to buy any fucking stock. I'm going to assume it's because you're waiting on the NASDAQ meeting, which is Thursday or Friday of this week. And just like MCOM, which had their meeting on Thursday, they may have gotten a wink and a nod. I don't know the answer, but it's generally a week to 10 days. They'll get a formal email and or letter from NASDAQ saying thumbs up or down. My opinion on MCOM, 50% chance of NASDAQ compliance or an extension, of 6 months. My opinion on Muln, when it was 50 some odd cents, was 75%. But I may have to lower that down to, I don't know, somewhere around 60%. They actually get an extension along with Mcom, because again, when you have somebody who refuses to buy any stock that's down 65%, it is sending the wrong fucking message to the shareholders that have been decimated, including guys like myself. So David, here's what I suggest you do in the next 24 hours. Come out with a news release and formally tell everybody a few things. Number one, what day is the NASDAQ compliance meeting? We hear it's the 19th or 20th, Thursday or Friday. Formalize that for us. What fucking day is the meeting? Number two, why have you not completed the buyback? And when do you intend to do that? In other words, you might say something like the following. We have only completed $5.4 million worth of a $25 million buyback that we are authorized to complete, or at least green-lighted to do so, by the end of this year. With the stock currently trading at 35 cents, we understand there's a lot of shareholders that are wondering why we're not buying. So tell us, is it because you're waiting for the meeting? Are you waiting to get an answer, whether it's yes or no? Where are you willing to step in and buy the stock? How much are you willing to buy? Because at current prices, you could buy 50 million shares up to 40 cents, complete the $25 million buyback. So don't fucking tell me, because I've been in the business a long time, that you can't come out and at least with lawyeristic language, tell us why you haven't bought any stock, when you intend to do so, and if you're waiting on the NASDAQ meeting, tell us when it is, and then how soon thereafter you're going to pull the trigger. Because if you don't give your shareholders the respect that they deserve by saying, we understand it's way oversold, we think we have a case against the naked shorts and the spoofing. That's when they sit on the offer with very large or slightly above orders to sell that are totally fake in an effort to drive the stock down. And when you've got a CEO that is sitting there with his fucking thumb up his unlubricated ass, it sends a clear message to shareholders. Either we don't care about shareholder value, we may be, and I hate to say this, but a lot of haters are saying that you're working alongside the shorts and or with them. That would be against the law, ladies and gentlemen. I do not think that that's the case. But do they know someone who might be leaning on the stock? Maybe someone who's got a ton of warrants, so they not only know how many shares they're going to get on conversion, but they're shorting twice or 3 months, 3 times as much that amount? I don't know, David. You need to come out and say something along the lines before I transition to the rest. We hear you. We understand that you're wondering what the hell's going on. We're waiting for the meeting. This is the date. As soon as we get X from that meeting, whether it's thumbs up or down, we're prepared to buy 50 million shares, let's say up to 40 cents or something along those lines. I've not seen you do that, and there's no reason why you can't. Before I close out with Mcom, 2 things. We had a gaming stock this morning down from 24. I think it bottomed out at 06.5 or somewhere around those lines. They had earnings, $51 million of liabilities gone, $4 million of cost savings this year. Boom. 3 new partnerships, if you read the fucking press release, that could double or triple the size of this company over the next 2 or 3 years. So yes, I was in there along with the buy zone telling many of you at 06 and change or 07.1, I think I saw it go by just a second ago. That's a buy. That's a buy zone now. It's a fine. It's okay. It's going to be a fine. And before I go over to Salvatore, I understand having a fucking Twitter Spaces to tell you everything's a fine. Yeah, the bigger pump in the dump. It's a fine. Everything's going to be a good. There's another stock that starts with a C for all you freeloaders. What are you doing? 99% of my audience is trying to read through the tea leaves instead of get your fucking cheap ass over to trysmallbiz.com. Do you know I've held off on sending 10,000 emails, 1,000 a day? I'm going to do a short video tomorrow, start on Wednesday, all the way through to Halloween. 10,000 people that are already at trysmallbiz.com are going to be encouraged to grab one of 231 that are left. We're almost 2/3 of the way sold out inside of the Discord. So simply put, if you got a small business, get a premium. If you don't, and that's the fastest growing segment of our business, You get a Discord at trysmallbiz.com and give it 2 months, money back guarantee, no price hike until June of 25. But I am not worried in transition to our fiber optic play in the low 30s. What is that? 33 and a half. Screaming buy, way oversold, massively oversold. They're in a quiet period. They can't say a word until they report their earnings the first week of November. So we should be buying the stock at 32 and change, 33 and change, wherever, 33.69, right? 3369. There's Tesla for you. There's a good luck number for you. Stock going higher, in my opinion. So in closing, what do I really think of why it was okay to sell MCOM at 04 and change this morning? If I catch you promoting day trading inside of our Discord, I will warn you. If I see you do it twice, I'm throwing your fucking ass out. We got some crybabies that are in there now. They know who they are. They haven't said a word for 3.5 weeks because I got all over them when they were pushing day trading on ZVSA. Get in at 12, get out at 14, right? We sold it at 18. I am not against make it, take it. I am against promoting day trading. For example, if you have a mindset that you're going to sit down and find something that you can go in and out of today, wrong. 90% of day traders, whether it's currency, options, or stocks, lose money. It's just like the blackjack table. When it's darts at a board, you'll pile up the chips. Come back 3 hours later, it's gone. I used to work in a number of firms in South Florida. When we were in Fort Lauderdale, I can think it was like Congress Road, we had a gigantic day trading firm right next to our office. At least 300 Porsches, Lamborghinis, Ferraris. It was unbelievable. And then something called the dot-com bubble burst. I put 20% down on a house to buy a build in Delray Beach. That was in March. I got lucky. I sold the top. By August of that fucking year, they were out of business. The tow truck was coming every other day, towing all these cars away. You do not sit down at your fucking desk, I don't care who you are, unless you've been trading for 30 years and you're among the 10% who know what the hell you're doing. You do not sit down and say, what can I buy right now and sell tomorrow? However, if you were loading up on Friday at 033 and 034, as some of you were on MCOM, I have absolutely no problem whatsoever with you blowing it out at 04 and change today. Make it, take it. You follow a system. You follow mine, right? 80% of the time for 13X in the last 18 fucking months. I challenge you to find anything better. And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. If you buy into the buy zone, whether it's an hour later or a day later or 3 fucking days later, and you get a pump, whether it's real or fake, last trade on Mcom 037. You could have sold it at 04 and change with my blessing. I said something about 2 hours ago in there and bought it back this morning about an hour or so ago. I think I saw it as low as 0357. However, final word of the day, 50% of the time that you do that, make it, take it, instead of give it the traditional 3 or 4 weeks or about a month that I like to own these stocks, it's going to be, and you're going to sit there, many of you are, beating yourself up, right? Why was I so antsy? Why was I looking for the latest dopamine hit? Why didn't I just give it time? So understand that if you play the make it, take it game and you try to buy it back as you successfully could have done at 035 or 036 in change today, the other half of the time, it's going to keep on running without you. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, and there is a difference, always remember that I love you, and thanks for watching.